Paging the TV doctor. Paging the TV doctor. Okay, so I'm actually unsure as to whether Dads will go off the air. I would like it to, and it hasn't even come on yet. But, okay, here's why I think, on the one hand, why it might stay on the air. Because it, sadly, features stale humor, and apparently stale humor is what can sometimes entertain the masses. Like with what's that show on ABC with Tim Allen, Last Man Standing. Um, that is possibly the poster child for middle of the road show, but it's still on the air and it's still going strong. So um, Dads might be in that same vein, and even like a lot of CBS comedies are like that too, where it's just middle of the road comedy. I think Dads is probably on the low end of middle of the road comedy just because it has, like, if you've seen the trailer for the show, it has there's this really racist, it's like vaguely racist, but making fun of racism humor, and it's just, I can't even really describe it, but that joke is basically why I'm unsure as to whether the show will go off the air or not, because you have that joke, which people will laugh at, but then on the other hand, it's very crass and it's just very, I don't know, it's almost disturbing. Like, Seth MacFarlane is known for crass humor, but he can make it work most of the time. It's actually funny because he's making fun of the fact that people think that those jokes are funny. But this joke, which involves uh forgot what her name is, but she's on the Disney Channel. She was on the Disney Channel, and she was in the Social Network. She's dressed up like a Japanese schoolgirl because there are Japanese investors coming in, and she's Chinese on the one hand, so that's already, you know, erroneous. But then we're just making this joke that, of course, Japanese investors means you have to have a Japanese schoolgirl there to entertain them. It's just, I don't know, it's just confusing. So on the one hand, people will find that funny because people do find racist humor funny, and it's also middle of the road humor, so people will find that funny too. And that's probably the reasons why it will stay on for X amount of seasons, and because it's by Seth MacFarlane. But uh, Seth MacFarlane isn't impenetrable because the Cleveland show was canceled. So, with Dad's being his latest foray into comedy and his first foray into live action comedy as far as shows go, um, I don't know. I think in a perfect world, it might go off the air just because it's racist. Well, it's not racist, but that joke in particular, the humor seems like it's more on the prejudicial side than just stale humor. And the fact that it is stale, like Seth MacFarlane isn't always that kind of stale humorist, so I'm surprised. Um, it just doesn't seem funny in general. It's just, what is it? Like, it's just there. So I don't really know what it has to offer the audiences. So I don't know. It's a toss up to me. I would say it would go off the air, but I'm not gonna watch it anyway. So I'll leave it up to you. What do you think about Dads? Like, do you hate it or do you love it? Give your comments in the comment section below, and uh, make sure that your comment is intelligent. Otherwise, it will get erased.